Country Jack, John Skyler, Moose, and many more. Join us Saturday, January 17th at 7 p.m. for a night of pro wrestling. Tickets and more information are available at pwxprowrestling.com.
Happy birthday, dear Smokey.
Happy birthday, Smokey Bear. The great outdoors and everyone in it thanks you for 70 years of wildfire prevention. For safety tips, visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state foresters, and the Ad Council.
This is Axel Knight.
It's the one, the only manager of champions, Joey Nugs. You know me, right?
Josh Steinborn. If you're not listening to the CIW Report, you're not hardcore.
So now it is almost that time of year for the Cauliflower Alley to go on in Las Vegas.
April the 12th through the 17th.
Are you looking forward to going?
Yes.
You have gone to other things for the wrestling business, I'm sure. But with this, this is just somewhat a little bit bigger, a little bit better.
Cauliflower Alley is getting to know, getting to remember, getting to kibitz with your friends, getting to know the newcomers that are coming up. And it's such a big deal when you got in the banquet hall that you got 560 people in there. And I got pictures of it. You really don't get to meet and greet everybody that you want to do it with. Another one would be the Gulf Coast Wrestling. Now, I enjoyed myself down there. It's a different atmosphere due to the fact that you have to be a wrestler, a referee, or a manager, or a promoter to get in. So that leaves the spectators on the outside looking in. But they already know they can't go, they can't be there. It's a closed session by invitation. It's a lot of fun. It's more relaxed. You get to talk with 260, 280 of your colleagues from that general area. And that's a lot of people.
Being inducted into the Cauliflower Alley, do you feel that that is your biggest accomplishment in pro wrestling?
No. I hope someday to be inducted into the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. That would be my best accomplishment.
So your best accomplishment is yet to come?
I hope so, and I hope I'm alive to see it.
Now, here is a tricky question for you, and this is one that I was forced to ask you by one Josh Steinborn. If you had to pick an announcer to call your match, would you pick Bob Caudle or would you pick Gordon Soley?
Gordon Soley.
Why?
Because of the information and the knowledge of Gordon Soley. Gordon Soley, well, he was there when I first broke in, so that has a lot to do with it too. But listening to him, being around him for 35 years, I would say yes. Gordon Soley would be the top announcer to be for what I would want to be called.
Once again, we are talking with wrestling legend Bill White. Bill, it is time for the CIW Report's word association. I'm going to throw some names at you, and you give me either one-word finishes or sentences to say what you think about these people. The first one is Vince McMahon Sr.
A nice guy, good payoff man. Next.
Ricky Steamboat.
Super athlete, top-notch person, both in and out of the ring. A person you could not say anything bad about, whether you were in the wrestling business or out of the wrestling business. The man is phenomenal.
The Crockett's.
Jim Sr. was a man of his word.
Bruno Sammartino.
Again, a man that took his business to heights that had not been done before him.
The NWA.
The NWA was the best organization, bar none, due to the fact that it was all over the world. It was in Japan, it was in Korea, it was in New Zealand, it was in Australia, and even parts of Europe. The NWA was the personified wrestling mecca.
WCW.
WCW, I think, was the downfall because of the failure of the NWA to reorganize and fight Vince.
Wahoo McDaniel.
Good cribbage player. Hated to lose, but with a good cribbage player. I wouldn't like to fight him. If I was going against 10 people, I would be back-to-back with him, and I could still face him and feel like I was coming out ahead.
George South.
George South is something else. He tries his utmost to be what he perceives wrestling to be of today and not of yesterday.
And finally, Bill White.
Bill White, as a wrestler, I felt he has completed his career in many facets due to the fact that no matter what a promoter needed, he was able to produce, whether it be as Bill White, as a Scorpion, as a Blue Demon, as a medic. In all facets, he was known to do and produce what the promoter needed.
Okay, Bill, here's your chance to give acknowledgement to somebody that you want to give acknowledgement to, be it in a negative way or a positive way. We want you to do the call out, and that's where you give acknowledgments to somebody that has helped you or hurt you along the way in your wrestling career.
I wouldn't down anybody. The fact is that if I was going to give a shout out, I would give a shout out to Boomer Payne, Bob Kelly. Bob Kelly is no longer with us. D.L. Cool, Bob Keller. These guys, they know me. They know of me. They know what I'm capable of. And they respect me for it.
And finally, what is the last word from Bill White?
I just hope someday be in that Hall of Fame.
Wrestling legend Bill White, we thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Carolina Independent Wrestling Report will be right back, right after this.
Hickory, North Carolina. PWX kicks off 2015 at the Hickory National Guard Armory. Featuring PWX stars Caleb Conley, Country Jack, John Schuyler, Moose, and many more. Join us Saturday, January 17th at 7 p.m. for a night of pro wrestling. Tickets and more information are available at pwxprowrestling.com.
This is Bryce Anthony, one half of the Sons of Steel. Make sure you check out Boomer Payne and myself in the Sons of Steel saga every Friday on Spreaker.com.
Previously on the Ninja Troll Digicast.
Two very different versions of the future collide this December in the 5-issue miniseries Star Trek Planet of the Apes.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Yes. Just had a nerdgasm.
It's all about love. The Ninja Troll Digicast.
With discussions on comic books, sci-fi, and all things in geek culture. This is the Ninja Troll Digicast. Join us each week right here on Spreaker.com. Welcome back to the CIW Report. A big thank you going out to Bill White for sharing some of his great memories and spending time with me to do this interview. Until next time, Carolinas. You've been listening to the Carolina Independent Wrestling Report, heard each Monday from 7 until 8 p.m. right here on Spreaker.com with playbacks on demand anytime. Join us next week for another edition of the CIW Report. And remember, if it's news in the world of Carolina Independent Wrestling, then it's right here on the CIW Report. Booking for the CIW Report is done by SOS Management. Promoting and social media information done by Bryce Anthony. Produced and hosted by me, Chuck Charles, and is brought to you by Winchester Productions. Look for us on Facebook at the CIW Report page. And find us on Twitter at CIW_report.